it's time to get the car show season started. Last year they had, I'm gonna guess for 23, maybe the last Chocolate Fox show. They canceled this year, so they're doing a club meet at 2024 Carlisle, which I'm not attending. I don't have the time to go to Carlisle. It's just such a large show. It is fun. I did meet a lot of people. I ran into a lot of people that I didn't know last year when I took this up there. But they're doing a meet like they did last year at the Boneshire Brewery up in Harrisburg. I did have this thing ready to go for a drive, but right now we're going to, like I said, I did just uncover this thing. I emptied out the trunk. I had a bunch of parts stored in here. I got other parts that I want to put on this. So we're just going to do a quick detail. We did a really good look over of everything. We've got our suds in our bucket ready to go. And we're going to get this thing washed down, shined up. I got to vacuum just a little bit out of here inside the interior. This thing didn't get used much. And no car meets yet or car shows this year. So this is going to be our first outing with this here for 2024. It is May 30th. So I got to check this thing over. I'm going to look over a couple things. I double checked my oil. I did my air pressure. I'm going to throw it up quick on my jacks, and I'm just going to give it a quick look underneath. We're going to drop this thing out. We're going to back it out. We're going to get this thing washed off. Do a quick dust on the interior. We're going to pull this thing in. I use McGuire's. I'm just going to do a real quick waterless wax after I get this thing cleaned up. Like I said, it hasn't been bathed since last year, so I'm going to get this thing ready to go. So we're up in the air here. The power steering was a little noisy, so I did check this out. Look, I actually had a leak, I think, but it wasn't till I got in here. So it looks like one of these clamps might have been loose, so we just tightened them up a little bit. We don't have anything else here. I mean, we got cobwebs. Everything looks good across here. I know the light's a little bit. Look, we actually leaking here at the rear main again. I don't know. I did replace it with a Ford one. I do plan to pull all this out again because I'm going to be swapping my clutch. But we got some cobwebs here. This is the original X-pipe. Yeah, it's the original X-pipe that I had on the car. So it's looking dated. I should have ordered a new pan when I did this, but I didn't. What can I say? I bought a bunch of other stuff, but I didn't buy that. Everything's still nice and clean up through here. Even the headers look good from the bottom. Starter's still looking new. Everything seems to be holding up pretty good. Let's roll back. There's our fuel lines come down out. Everything's kept away from the exhaust so it doesn't get hot. Let's roll around to the back, take a quick look, and we're almost, I mean, there's really nothing that needs done. I shook everything. Everything feels tight. I double checked on my brakes. All that stuff looks good. Let's jump to the back. We'll take a quick look back there. All right. Still looks, I mean, you know, hangers are starting to show a little rust. This was pretty cleaned up. We got a little bit of corrosion there on that aluminum. Everything's still pretty nice and clean back here. Let's turn this camera. Drive shaft looks good. Everything looks good with the e-brakes. Everything's good with the fuel system. Everything's nice and tight. We have a little bit of seepage here coming off of the rear diff. I don't know. Like I said, I had all this stuff cleaned up pretty good and did a good job resealing it. But you always run into that stuff. This has been a year. We have a couple cobwebs here. There's a paint run. Everything else though, I mean, really is looking pretty good. I do have to try to get this tailpipe here lined up just a little bit better. Here, I'll show you what I mean. See how this one is? And then we have this one right here. It's in too far and up too high. So this exhaust just doesn't fit right. I really wish I could find someone to fabricate me one up with the Mac mufflers that I have. So I will try to get this lined up again after this go round here at this show. I'm really not going to be running this thing too much. So we have our hose ready, we have our bucket, we have our mitt. Let's get this thing down, backed out, start getting it washed. Well, all washed. We did a quick vacuum, just wiped down on the inside a little bit. Some window cleaner. Let me get this thing pulled in and give it a quick wipe down wax with a terry cloth since it dried off here enough. And then I'll touch up some stuff underneath the hood also. Get my wheels shined up and add some, I guess I'll add some tire shine. Throw a couple things in the back so we're ready to go. I mean, you know, I guess this meet starts at 5 o'clock tonight, so we still got a couple hours of cleanup and prep time, so here we go. All right, this thing's ready to go. We got everything wiped down, shined up our tire. We even cleaned the inside of the wheels. Now that was a mess. All right, cleaned up, ready to go. We tightened the clamp up on my little leak, but I needed to scoot the hose on a little bit more. I'm gonna have to look for a different return line for the from the power steering, because that was all that was leaking, was my return hose that I used. I think it was a fuel line. It's in disagreement with that, but we are done. We're cleaned up. Everything's, I guess, as good as it's gonna get. We'll see you on the way to the show.
I'm very, very happy.
Is that a chrome ponies or something, like 17-inch chrome ponies?
Well, that's what we're gonna Jason's car's not here. My buddy working it.
I didn't know if there was some.
I don't like
Remote every day.
I gotta figure out a mounting setup for the Holly. It's pretty clean. Where does it go?
I'll rust it out.
I'm thinking like, I don't know
Alright, well, 2024 is in the books. There was actually a couple more here. I didn't think I got any video of there's a 91 Limited over there, all red. It's actually got a for sale sign in it. This one here has a turbo on it, 302. He said when it blows, he's putting a Windsor in it, which is pretty cool. So, but anyway, 2024 is in the books. A couple people want to know if I was coming up to see Chrysler or coming up to see the Ford Carlisle. I just don't have time this this year to end up doing that. So I'm heading home, and it is what it is. We'll see ya.